1932.org.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Sunday. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM. I'm your host, Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan.
And I'm Ken Kerrigan.
And today it is a new day in a new building. Yes, I had to keep it a secret. Thank you, Joe. I had to keep it a secret for a while, but we relocated in the heart of San Bernardino. I was gonna say in the beautiful city.
Yeah.
Anyways, the heart of San Bernardino. This is where we located. We were just in Redlands. However, for everyone's benefits, we're here in San Bernardino, and super excited for this new place and this new time. We used to be at the 7 p.m. O'clock time slot, but we are now at the 4 o'clock time slot. So it gives us to talk to the new listeners, and the new listeners to talk to us, which we're not a news show. We've been around here for about 3 or 4 years now. Was it your anniversary yet? Has it been your anniversary yet?
Yeah, October 31st. I think it's been 4 years.
4 years,
So that means
guys.
the show's been around for 5.
Yes. So, long time.
Yeah.
This show is called Whatever Works. We do have 2 co-hosts here tonight. We usually have a guest, but because we've been planning on moving and transitioning, it was really up in the air when we're going to have the next show.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited that today we got to come on and be in the new studio and talk to you guys. And hopefully you guys stick around. You guys like this show. We just bring in new guests and we talk about literally whatever works. And we've been out for a couple weeks due to the move and everything else. I know. Did you go with Kyle last week to the game?
No.
Oh, okay. So Kyle went to the Saints game last week, right?
Yeah, the Saints and Chargers.
Who won?
The Chargers.
But that's always
Yeah.
fun though, going to
It
a
is.
football
No.
game, especially your team, right?
You ever been to SoFi to see like a concert or a game?
I saw the Chargers versus the Dolphins.
Okay, how was that?
Well, it was good. I mean,
Yeah.
we were on the Dolphins side and we lost. Major walk of shame
I bet.
because what happened is I lost. Okay, we left early. We're getting our butts whooped. It's already fourth quarter. We got maybe like 5 minutes left. We're like, hey, let's get out of here and let's not get stuck in traffic, right? So we leave. Boom, boom, boom. Head to the car. Pat my pockets. I don't have my keys.
Oh, you told me about this. Yeah.
I lost my keys. I was like, man, this can't be happening. And so game's over. I'm walking back to the stadium, and everyone's leaving the stadium. And we had, like, Dolphin jerseys on, and all the Chargers were just, like, it was a very bad night for
Yeah.
us. We actually stayed in the parking garage for, like, 3 or 4 hours. AAA and just towing companies that kept saying, we'll be there in an hour, we'll be there in an hour. They never, ever showed up. And, us living here in, like, Yucaipa, Redlands area, my mom was more than happy. No, she was not happy about it, but more than willing to drive down to L.A. to give me spare keys. I really thought my keys were left in the car, but we never found them. So,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
And they weren't lost and found?
Nope. No lost and found, no nothing. And you know what? My friend, he should have saw us coming because we go to the movies. I can't hold movie tickets. I always lose the movie tickets.
Yeah.
Same thing. We went to a UFC night over in, I think it was San Diego, and I left my phone. I had to run back and go get my phone, So, like, I'm not good with, like, pockets and stuff. Maybe I need, like, a fanny pack or something.
Yeah.
I used to wear fanny packs. That was, like, I went through every phase you can think of, Well,
Yeah, you and your brother's the same.
Yeah.
The keys,
cell phone, wallet, just.
he's in and out of the house. Forgot something.
Yep.
Kyle's like that too, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am in the morning.
I think it's kind of funny because I always come back in a second time, no matter what, every single day. I'm like, oh, so I feel like whoever's at the house and like they're waiting for me to leave, like, oh, he's gone, and then I just come back. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I forgot something. Like I always forget something, maybe on purpose. I don't know. But
So I have a parking plug for SoFi. His name is Tony White. Shout out to Tony. He has so on one of the streets, the back streets, you could park. You pay him a little money, and then you just walk to the stadium. It's like a mile walk. It's not even that far.
a mile walk.
Yeah.
How much do you pay him?
Between 20 and 40.
That's pretty good because I
Depends
know.
on the event.
Yeah, when you show up, they're like, oh, it's $70 for parking.
Oh, it's 40 for him.
Yeah, and then if you want to be closer or up top or whatever, it's $100. I was like, for parking, bro?
Oh yeah.
That's worse than
That was cool because I
Disneyland,
could
you
hit
know?
him up and be like, "Hey, I'm coming on
You
this
got
day."
you got his personal cell phone
Yeah.
number? Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow, very nice, very nice.
Yeah. So I guess Solomon's dad knows him because his family lives in L.A. And so we made the connection.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, he's cool. He's like, yeah, whenever there's an event, let me know. I'll save you a spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, he's a hustler, dude.
He is.
See, there,
He makes like $200 a weekend
just for doing that?
just for doing that. But everyone else on the street is doing it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what he should do? He should charge 50 and then like have a little like golf cart and like drive those people instead of having them walk a mile,
Oh, that's smart.
you know?
Yeah.
A little transportation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
smart, huh?
They got those golf carts of six or eight people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When we go wine tasting, they do that. Like, wine tasting is like a nice little thing. And so when you park your car, they'll have someone like pick you up and like, take you to the place. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So actually, my lady brought up the fact a couple, like a month or two ago, because LA is like anywhere near the beach area, you're paying for parking no matter what.
Yeah.
And we were in Temecula, and we go to this parking garage, and obviously it's just boom, boom, boom. And me being like an entrepreneur and like the way I think, I'm like, oh, what ways can, I make money in this? And she was like, what if you bought like a parking garage?
Yeah.
Like no maintenance, no tenants, you know what I mean? Like
that's all passive income.
all you gotta do is have that thing that goes up and down that arm, and you just charge a certain amount.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's genius, and I'm sure people just buy parking garages like that. It's crazy. So
Yeah, things have changed. Used to be free parking for handicap in most places, run by the state. They didn't do that last time we went to the beach.
No, we
They
didn't.
charge us.
Yeah, it was a state
You
park.
gotta go online now and register.
really,
Yeah.
they're probably like, oh, there's so many handicapped people out in the world. Equality, like you gotta pay too.
You gotta pay.
We're not doing any more ramps either. I'm just kidding.
You gotta walk.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's our little 10-minute rant. We should do that, like have that as a segment, just like a 10-minute rant.
We should.
Of the week, of just like, all right, boom, 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 and then we jump into whatever topics or conversations.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, I think we might do that. So
So what should we call our segment?
today,
No, the
the 10-minute rant. I don't know, maybe that 10-minute
10-minute rant. Okay.
I don't know. We'll think of some.
Yeah.
We'll think of some.
Yeah, we'll come up with it.
Before we start getting into topics, you guys, it is sponsor time.
SNJRadio.com. No negative news, no politics, just feel good music.
Yeah, and that's with Steve Aranaho.
Steve Naranjo.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He is a good guy, and he came to the house a couple days ago, and he dropped off a little kitten for us.
That's right, I heard.
Super cute cat. And I guess it's mine now. Like it was supposed to be like a companion for Dolly, who's like our other house cat.
Yeah.
But Dolly is like scared of this kitten,
Really?
and she doesn't come home. Like she books it out the window, and she won't come back until late at night.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, dang.
Major anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, this cat's, Dolly's been around for like 12 years, and all of a sudden this new cat is just appears,
Yeah,
you know?
just chilling.
Yeah, and so it's a little different for her, and so we're like, oh, we have to like separate them. So her name's Jackie, and we put Jackie in my room, and then now Jackie is just in my room, sleeps with me. It's just like my cat now. Didn't want it, but it's a cute cat. I'm not
Yeah.
really much of an animal person. Although I do like fish and
Yeah.
iguanas, I guess I'm an animal person. Very particular, I guess.
Yeah, you better watch that cat around your fishbowl.
So so that cat is a curious cat, and I picked up Jackie and I put up to the tank.
I
So,
wouldn't
like,
have
she
done
can
that.
like watch the fish and just like because it's more like if you don't know what it is, you're gonna play with it or you're gonna go like check it out.
Yeah.
So I already like showed her like this is fish, this is a fish tank, like please don't touch, you know. So she hasn't messed with them yet, maybe because she can't like jump into the fish tank yet. I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe when she gets bigger, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know. And so anyway, so yeah, S&J Radio, No Dango News, Feel Good Music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. And then Clash City Station, right?
Clash City Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
We actually have a show on the 20. It's 2 Fridays or 3 Fridays.
3 Fridays from now.
The 22nd.
Okay.
We have a show on the 22nd. Details will come out next week.
So Clash City Entertainment is what?
It is my promotion company where we throw shows. We have our own sound equipment, and we book bands, rappers, fashion shows, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, we've thrown fashion shows. We've thrown. We used to work with this wrestling gig where they build a ring, like 30 minutes, and they'd find people to wrestle, or like they have their own like little ring of wrestlers,
Yeah.
and it's always like like 2 matches or 3 matches, and then the main card.
Nice.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys just like they bring them and
Yeah.
promote it, and then you're
We have the sound and well, at the time we had our own venue, so we're working towards getting another venue so we could do that again.
very nice. Very
But
nice.
yeah, no, we throw shows at bars, venues, stuff like that.
Cool, man. So if anyone is interested in doing that, you guys are in a band or a fashion show, you know what? You can even start your own fashion show.
You could.
Like,
Yeah.
really, you can start anything you want.
You just need a catwalk.
A catwalk?
Yeah.
Is that the little, like,
That's the
runway?
stage for you. Yeah, the
Oh,
runway.
okay. Yeah, and, you know, I was telling everybody, I was like, you know, starting a business is easy, but, like, building a business is hard.
Yeah, true.
You know, because if you're going to do, like, let's just say the modeling thing you're just talking about, the show, what is that called?
Yeah.
Fashion show?
Yeah, fashion show.
You know, it's like, okay, you're going to start it. So you can just start it. You can just get people together, get those outfits together. But like making it successful and like building it up, like
Yeah.
that's the hard part, you know?
Well, it's all marketing pretty much. Like if you're going to run a fashion show, you're showcasing your clothing.
Yeah.
And so you got to make the clothing first, which is the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And then you invite people.
And also just like finding the people who like your style.
That's
you
the
know?
thing too. Like you got to invite a whole bunch of people so that way you can have a small audience.
Right. You
Yeah.
need a range.
Yeah, you need a range of people.
and stuff. So yeah, and that's what this show is all about. You know, if you guys are starting a business, starting anything, or if you guys just have stories you want to tell, you guys come on the show and we talk about it. Good hour. You know, we always
Yeah.
have a good time. And people always love being on the show and talking about their experiences, talking about their business. And we always encourage people like that.
Yeah,
So-
talking about your business, how's the solar cleaning doing?
So solar cleaning we're still working out the kinks. So I own a solar cleaning company called West Coast Solar Cleaning, and we clean solar panels. We don't do any maintenance on their solar panels. We clean them. We keep them looking good. And if there was any problems with your solar panels, we can report it to you. So you can call your solar company, make sure the warranty is still valid. Because at the end of the day, you don't want something wrong with your solar panels, and then you call your warranty company and they're like, well, have you been maintaining them? And you say, no. And then they're like,
Yeah.
well, your warranty is voided because you're not really taking care of your solar panels.
Now,
So-
do you just clean solar panels or do you clean windows too?
So we do solar panels, we clean windows.
Okay.
We do some pressure washing,
Pressure washing, okay.
gutter cleaning. Basically, I don't want to say property maintenance, but we're working to get to that point.
yeah.
But anything like the exterior of a home.
Okay.
Like we can figure it out. If not, we know a company or we know someone who can do the job.
Right. Okay.
Right. So it's all about networking and being with people who you like and who you trust and really just helping everybody out. So, but what we realize is that residential solar cleaning, you get a lot more no's, let me tell you.
I bet.
People just do not care.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just they're not educated.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe they
But
don't
they
see the
don't-
need.
well, you got to explain it this way. You know, the cleaner the panel, the more amps you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You know,
More money you're gonna save.
yeah, more money you're gonna save. That's the first line I would say. Want to save some money?
Mm-hmm.
You got to get your panels clean.
See, I should probably take that approach because with me, I'm very like literal, and it's all about like to me like the business and the whole thing makes sense. Like an everyday person, I should just be like, you want to save money? Let me clean your panels. But in my head, I'm like thinking, okay, there's things called hot spots. Like, I'm giving the whole like scientific rundown of
Yeah.
like they don't really need it. Like
They don't know.
yeah, I'm trying to speak. I'm not speaking their lingo. Maybe I should probably just like cut back a little bit. But with commercial, we found out that even though the business is like a slow start, like we have a lot of direction and lead with commercial.
Yeah.
You know, there's hotels and apartments that they were like, all right, you got to sign up for the compliance depot, or like, hey, that sounds like a great idea, and we just haven't closed any deals yet, but we definitely are in favor with the commercials.
So you have a lot of doors open.
Yeah, with the commercials, with residential, it's a little tougher. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people are like, oh, we can clean them ourselves, and it's like, okay.
I think what you need to do is like when you get a successful client, is look at their bill, and then check in with them like a month later, and see if it's changed. And I guarantee you, they'll save money. And
So-
and if you can show people that change to other people who are saying no,
Yeah.
then they'll make the connection.
Yeah, a little snowball effect. We have a solar panel meter reading, but like I said, we're working on the kinks there.
Yeah.
So, because I want to show people, like, okay, here's a picture of your solar panels. They're pretty dirty, right? And then I test your solar panels, and it's like it's reading this many amps, right? And then I clean your solar panels, show you a picture of that, and then I test your solar panels again.
Yeah.
Because the change in the amps and stuff is almost immediate.
Yeah.
Oh, for
From
sure.
the moment you
Oh, for
start
sure.
cleaning it, it will start changing.
Oh, yeah.
So then after we finish cleaning it, I want to show them the meter reading again. Be like, look, you see the difference here? Like that's the difference in money, and that's the difference of energy that you're saving.
Yeah.
So it's a process. We're still, like I said, working out the kinks. It's it's slow, but it's growing. There is another small business that I want to give a shout out to. It's called Sakura
Sakura Sweets.
Sakura Sweets 909.
Yeah. Yep.
So they make vegan ingredients, mochis. I don't know. She called me today and she was like, I can't say they're vegan free or something like that. You know what? Hey, if you're listening, what's the number for this radio station? Didn't it change?
Yeah, but I don't think it works right now.
Okay. So even the radio station is working out the kinks. You
Yeah,
guys.
we're all just
You can
figuring it
call
out
in.
here.
But you can't call in the main line.
Oh, okay. So, you can call in through here?
Yes.
Is it the same number?
I think it's 909-383-1000 for the call-in number.
Okay, so if Sakura Sweets is listening, call in and give us the details. Let's talk about your business. What's the number again?
909-383-1000.
909-383-1000.
Yeah.
1000. Yeah. So they travel around. They have a spot up in Oakland, Loma Linda, and I think they're gonna be doing Palm Springs here in a few.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're out there. We actually, my lady and I went to go visit them over in Oakland yesterday, I believe, and we got to try a lot of their free samples and stuff.
Yeah, how was
so
that?
Pretty good, pretty good. I think we tried maybe like 6 or 7 samples.
So what kind of stuff is it that they sell?
So, like, you know what mochi cakes are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole baseline is mochi cakes, but she also sells.
So it's like spongy
cookies.
little
Yeah.
cake. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we went up there in Oakland.
Yeah.
Over at the steakhouse.
Yeah.
In Oakland. Did
Yeah.
you guys stop by and?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, we checked this out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that place is really cool. They have a lot of venues there and stuff. So
Yeah,
It's different, but
vendors?
I like
Yeah.
the taste of it, but it's different.
it is different. Yeah, and they have a bunch of different flavors.
Oh, yeah.
We tried the Cafe de Deola. We had the Hawaiian. We had the lemon.
I like the Hawaii.
The ube or ubi.
I like the ube.
Ube. Yeah.
Ube is the good one. That's my
That's
The
favorite.
pumpkin one. We tried a lot of them
Yeah.
actually, so it was pretty good. And they're a starter business as well, so we got to support them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always support small business here.
Always. And you
Always.
know who doesn't? No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna start going into politics a little bit, but hey, did you guys? Speaking of politics, did you guys vote?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I did, but it keeps coming back
What?
because my signature doesn't match my license or something by like a micro inch.
No way.
Swear.
Wow.
If your signature doesn't match what's on the back of your license, if you vote by mail, it'll be returned.
I'm in big trouble.
Yo, yes.
It's
my signature
Changes.
is never the same.
Me
Same.
too. Me too. Never. And I'm on medication. So it's just,
so it's always like
it's always shaky.
Yeah.
You know?
It has to we have to do like smiley faces.
So first you get the text that it was submitted because you take it to like the special mailboxes, right? And then I got a text that says, "Hey, there's an issue with your vote. In 4 to 6 business days, you'll get it back."
Really?
And then you get it back with a letter, and you open the letter, and it tells you why. And my reason why was my signature on the back of the voting
Wasn't perfect, huh? Didn't
Yeah,
match.
it didn't match. Yeah. You can revote early, or you can go in person, or you can resubmit with the correct.
Yeah, but if
Signature.
you messed up once, why
It's
would
gonna
you go-
mess up again.
Yeah, you don't want to do the same
So-
thing over and over again. Shame on you, you know?
Yeah.
First time, shame on me.
So I voted in a different county because I was working at the time,
Yeah.
and I'm not taking I'm barely gonna make it home 6:30, 7 p.m. on Tuesday. I work all day, so
Damn. Yeah, I'm excited to go watch it. Here's something that I can't stress enough about. And I'm not going to go into details about it, but I just want to press the issue. The propositions specifically.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you watch social media, you kind of know the baseline of Kamala, kind of know the baseline of Trump. You know, we all experience that. But the propositions themselves, we do not read the proposition. I promise
they're
you.
tricky.
Okay, you have to go on the government website and look up the proposition because it breaks it up in about 5 different parts. Okay,
Yeah.
It's the summary, the pros, the cons, the arguments, and then the yes or no.
Yeah.
You have to read them. There's someone that I know who's I didn't get into it with this person, but me and my lady, I told my lady, I was like, look, you can't just look at things at face value sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it will say one thing, but really it just means something else on the back end.
Yeah.
And
Yes
the wording
mean-
is tricky. Like they'll word the
Yeah.
proposition where
yes
it's like,
means no and no means yes.
yeah, exactly. Where
Well,
it's like,
not even that, but it's like it says this proposition stands for this. But then when you go on the government website and you read what it actually means,
You add
doesn't
to
mean
it too.
anything.
yes, it's
Yeah, they
so
add to it,
so
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, the person that I was talking to that brought the whole thing up, I was like, I don't think this person read any of the propositions. Like,
Yeah.
this person is just a sheep and just following. Did not do any homework or nothing, and it really kind of like freaked me out because I'm like, this is what changes the country. You know, this
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
changes.
There's some
time,
people on
history.
YouTube, and I always go to YouTube for this because there's some people who are non-biased that'll break the propositions down. Like these people will read the propositions and then break it down and give you like a cliff notes.
That's what I
summary.
need.
And then it'll be like, hey, this is Prop 3. This is what it says. This is what it means. Yes or no. And there's people on YouTube, and I usually go to YouTube every election because it's like there's people who break it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean Prop 3. That's one of the ones I'm talking. One of the
Yeah.
ones I'm talking about, dude.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
I don't want to get into politics. I
Yeah.
know there's a lot of people who are listening who will just be very upset. So we're just gonna cut it there. All I'm
Cut it
gonna
there.
say is do your homework before
Yeah.
before
And vote.
Look,
Yeah.
tomorrow it's all gonna be history. Everything that
Tuesday.
we do is gonna be written down in history.
Yep.
So whatever you vote for, if you don't even know what you're voting for, man, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I'm already dead inside, dude. I'm like, because I know there's a lot of people who do not read it. They're just boop, 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 boop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, for one, you got to vote. For two, know what you're voting for. And, like, things like that.
Yeah.
And so, that's my whole little spiel on it. But, yes, I am excited. I'm going to go to an event on Tuesday to watch the whole thing. I think the Teamsters are actually running an event for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have, like, a DJ, food, and
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty wild. There's going to be both parties in this one room.
In this room?
Yeah.
Not
gonna
not in this small room. Maybe the room down the hall, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's always,
it gets a little crazy. So, and my lady it was her first time voting. So,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Congratulations to her. She was super excited. She's like, "Oh, it was my first time." Because the first time she was eligible. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely fun.
Yeah. I got lucky because, like, the year that I was born, I got to vote the year, like, 18. So, 18, and then 22, and yeah.
Very nice.
So,
Very nice. So yeah, I had to wait a couple years after I turned 18 just because the way everything like lines up,
yeah.
But it is what it is. So we did just pass Halloween. Halloween is now over. Now it's time for Christmas. No, just kidding. Yeah, we got Thanksgiving.
Look around.
coming
Yeah.
up.
Now we
Yeah.
get well, people are already putting their trees up. So.
Yeah, my oldest son, Kenny Jr. in Florida, he says he works for SeaWorld, and they're already putting Christmas stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, so they totally just skip Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, which is one of my favorite holidays. I mean, you get
It's an important holiday, too.
it's probably one of the most important.
Yeah.
That's when I get a lot of free food.
Yeah. you
I make my rounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's one of my favorites is because really there's no stress. Unless you're making the turkey, that's the only stress you got to
Yeah, unless you're cooking, yeah.
You get to dress up in layers because it's nice and cozy. You get to see your family. Hopefully you don't have any family problems, but that's each to
Yeah.
their own. And you just get to eat food. You don't have to buy gifts. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to like really decorate. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's not that much work that puts into it. It's all just a good time.
Yeah, last year me and Kyle went to a friend of mine from church, and it was non-meat Thanksgiving.
What?
No turkey. Remember that? Wasn't it? It was all
Yeah.
kinds of weird food, but no turkey.
No meat?
No meat, no ham, no turkey.
Yeah, I wanted to jump out the window.
Wow. Hey, can I just rant for a second here before we go on break? So, speaking of like no meat, all right, these vegetarians, okay, so they're like, oh,
These vegetarians.
or these vegans or whatever you want to call them. They're like, hey, you are killing animals. It's not good, right?
Yeah.
But if we were all just vegan or vegetarian and we just ate like plants and stuff, well, these farms, they're killing every rodent, every bunny, every living thing that's trying to eat their plants.
Yeah.
Every insect, you're spraying pesticides on these plants and stuff. You're killing more animals by trying to save a plant to eat it, which by the way, plants they're alive too. So really it doesn't make any sense. But you're killing more
Yeah.
being a vegan
Yeah.
than a person who eats
Yeah,
meat.
they're not vegans. It's just, they wanted to do something different that year. Every year we got turkey over there, ham, but it was weird.
But it's like tradition to have turkey.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like turkey,
You gotta have a turkey.
there's
on
gonna
the
be a
table.
turkey there,
Yeah, turkey
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah, turkey on the table. No one's gonna eat it, but that's fine.
That's fine. I'd eat it, but
Yeah, give it to the homeless.
It's
or
always in
something.
like every religion celebrates it too.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
pretty much.
Because everyone agrees that it's a good thing
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
to give thanks.
Give thanks.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm such a choker. Like every time, like for my mom's birthday, for example, I cannot stop crying. I didn't even know we were gonna do a speech. I was like, oh, I guess we're doing a speech, and I started choking. I started crying, and then one Thanksgiving, I wanted to like say a prayer. I wanted to give thanks, from the heart. Started crying. Like I can't be, like I'm such a softie when it comes
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah. Well, it means you're genuine. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I
Right
lose,
from the heart.
Yeah, sometimes I lose sleep on it because
Yeah.
because I think about like these speeches in my head or like what I want to say and like, I want to make sure I say everything that I'm feeling, and
Yeah.
it's like the whole night I'm just
Yeah, that's like the first Sunday of the month. It's called testimony at the church. You bear your testimony. So I did it today. You know, I do it every beginning of the month. And I'm sitting back there thinking, and I get up there, and I did nothing what I was thinking about.
Right? Right?
It was all wing.
You're like, what did I just say?
Yeah, I sit there and go, that's not what I wanted to say.
Or you're like, oh, man, I wanted to say something to you, but you can't because you already done what you're
Can't go back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we go on break, actually, we're going to take a quick break right now. And then when we come back on break, I want to talk a little bit about like the losing sleep part and what a lot of that things means. So
I lose a lot of sleep.
we'll be back in about 5 minutes. You guys are listening to Whatever Works on KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
I'm Gigi Hanna, and I'm excited to be running for District 3 Yucaipa City Council.
As a former elections official and city clerk, Gigi is the best qualified candidate with 30 years experience in municipal government, public policy, and team building.
We can work together for a brighter future.
She'll bring a strong, logical, expert voice to the table for the people.
I want to hear what you have to say as well.
Gigi wants Yucaipa to be Yucaipa, not Bakersfield or Fresno. Gigi loves Yucaipa for its safe, walkable downtown, easy freeway access, and rural feel. Yucaipa's rural charm is important to her. She wants to limit higher density housing, fully funding public safety and making sure our mobile home parks have stable rents and safe conditions.
Let's make Yucaipa an even better place to call home.
Knowledge, experience.
Maintaining Yucaipa's rural charm.
Like Gigi Hanna. Vote Gigi Hanna for Yucaipa City Council, District 3 by November 5th. Paid for by Gigi Hanna for Yucaipa City Council.
This important time-sensitive message is brought to you by this station's generous sponsor, George Litchfield Associates, who has important Medicare information for all current and future Medicare recipients about some big changes happening. Medicare Clarified. Medicare is a non-profit consumer service organization.
It's more important than ever to review your Medicare plan for 2025 from October 15th through December 7th. To find out if you're in the right plan for you, people are calling 951-769-0005. 951-769-0005. A popular and local Medicare plan is improving. Others are raising copays and adding deductibles. Biggest changes in the Medicare drug program in 15 years.
We thank George Litchfield and Litchfield Insurance for their generous support of this radio station.
Hey y'all, Merle here. Good news. For once my neighbors is jealous of me. You want to know why? Because my grass is growing and looking green, and I can sit on my sofa out in the front yard, and I don't even have to overwater it anymore. You know how I did it? I listen to Damn Water Boys on the Water Zone every Thursday night on KCIA. Well, I got me a smart controller, and now it waters at night, and my yard looks darn tootin'. No more sneaking around and hooking up my hose to my neighbor's spigot in the middle of the night, and his dog won't bite me anymore. And you can do it too. Listening is easier than ever. KCAA is now screaming online.
It's streaming.
What?
It's streaming, you dummy.
Well, I don't know much about streaming, but they doing it apparently at KCAAradio.com. So anywho, listen to the Water Zone and fix your yacht up right here at KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
All right, we're going to jump in real quick. Happy Sunday, everybody. I know our board op, he has to go get one of the clients. But welcome back. You're listening to Whatever Works on KCA. I'm your host, Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan.
And I'm Ken Carrick.
And this is the second half of our 1 hour show that starts at 4 o'clock every Sunday. Please stay tuned. We talk a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys are just tuning in, the show is called Whatever Works, and we just talk about whatever works. We bring in new guests. We bring in new family. and we just have a good time. You can be an artist, author. You can be running for city council. You can be our moms. You can be our brothers, and you can just have
Garbage
us on the show.
collector.
Yeah, well,
If you want to have a garbage collector come in and talk, come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, why not? Because I got questions for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got definitely questions.
I know. I really do. Like I think about some random stuff all the time.
Me too.
Yes, but but before we went on break, we were just talking about like losing sleep and all that, and I've been watching this doctor, like on YouTube and things like that, and he talks about like the signs that your body is giving that shows that you're deficient in some things, like in vitamins and stuff. And I started taking magnesium before I go to bed late at night.
How's that working?
Oh, you know what? The first night I gave it to my lady. The second night she's like, "Oh, can I have another one?" I was like, "Okay, so it's working." So basically, what magnesium does, it relaxes the muscles, it relaxes the body.
Okay.
Right? And when you go to the gym and throughout the day, once you're moving and being active, you're using magnesium, so you're losing magnesium.
Yeah.
So when you take magnesium at night, preferably at night, you don't want to really take that's when it's like the best time to do it right before you go to sleep. It relaxes you. Relaxes
So like 30
the body.
minutes?
Yeah. I usually pop it and then like brush my teeth, take a shower, get ready for bed. By that time, my body's like fully relaxed and, helps with fatigue. And so you won't get like muscle cramps in the middle of the night and stuff like that. Like magnesium really does help. But that is the body function, right? Now let's talk about the brain, because we're talking about we lose sleep all the time, right?
I get
you're just like your
2
thoughts.
to 3 hours.
Your thoughts are running 100 miles an hour, and there's certain things that you can do, like reading a book before you go to bed. Fatigues the brain, things like that. But in terms of like deficiency in like minerals and vitamins, I think it's vitamin B1 or vitamin B12. So that relaxes the nerves.
I take both.
In your like neurosystem, like in your brain and everything. So that calms the brain down.
Okay.
Magnesium calms the body down, and you should be out like a light. But Ken over here is he's gonna testify against that. He loses sleep.
I'm like a zombie here right now. I'm here, but my brain is not here. I'm just going through the motions.
So when you say like when you lose sleep, is it because you're thinking of stuff, or
I try not to.
Try not to.
I try to go to sleep, and I'm exhausted. I lay down, I'm exhausted. Oh, please God, let me go to sleep. Like last night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I finally passed out about 6, and then my ex came stomping in with the dogs and woke me up. And that was the end of that little sleep.
Yeah, it happens.
So I went to church.
Hey, honestly, did you fall asleep at church?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Church was good.
I
had to give a talk today, so.
Oh, okay. That would keep you up.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to sleep in church all the time. I would sleep at church and sleep in the car. Those are the 2 times I fall. And at the dentist office, boom, I'm asleep.
Really?
You can't stop me from not sleeping.
I wish I was like that. I used to be like that when I was your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in the service, I was being an MP part-time. Everybody had to do it. So I'd crawl under a truck and go to sleep,
Yeah. See, but the thing is, it's like, to me, like older people, like older than me, obviously, but like for Mark, for example, like this guy only sleeps like 4 hours a day.
Yeah, that's what I do.
4 or 6 hours, and I'm like, you're lucky. Like I wish, because I have so much things that I need to get done. Like I wish I didn't need this much sleep, but I really do. Like there's a very small percentage of people who actually can survive and thrive with less than like 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
That's not me.
No, I need 8. 10's great. 12, then I'm like too tired. I shouldn't really be sleeping for 12 hours anyways, unless something's really wrong with me. But yeah, and then like.
See, for me, I can operate between 6 and 8 hours.
Yeah.
Anything longer than 8 hours, I'm overslept.
Mm-hmm.
Anything less than 6 hours, I'm toast.
See,
Grouch.
So I had this guy come up to me one time when I was working at a restaurant called Corky's, and he only gets 5 hours of sleep. 5 hours. I was like, that's crazy. He's like, have you tried that before? Have you tried only sleeping for 5 hours? I was like, I probably wouldn't wake up. He was like, try it. And I was like, all right. So I put an alarm for only 5 hours. I went to bed. I woke up, 5th hour. I was up. I was awake. I was ready. And I did it every time. But the thing is, it's like you don't, or me personally, I don't hit my REM sleep within those 5 hours. So I'm not fully asleep yet.
Yeah.
So when that alarm clock goes off, I can just wake up and I feel like that's ready to go. But I actually didn't get my full rest.
Right.
So I do crash, and I crash hard when I don't.
Oh man.
So I stick to my 8 hours, but it's just amazing to me. The more I like think about it and I talk about it, like older people, like they just tend to wake up earlier and like maybe they sleep throughout the day. I don't know, but they
Naps.
really
Old people like me, we take naps.
yeah, little cat naps.
Yeah.
And maybe that's probably
Just
more
an hour
efficient.
today. I laid down for an hour before we came here, and
That's all you needed, right?
that's all I needed. Was
Yeah, see, I'm a little jealous. I know Ronaldo, he does that.
Yeah.
He does like 2 hours, right?
Yeah, he does.
Like
So-
2 hour intervals, but it's like, I can't be doing that.
Yeah, and I can't nap.
You sleep, huh? You don't nap.
If my body knows the sun's up, I can't sleep.
Really? See, that's crazy. I just have a different problem. And, someone told me one time, they're like, if you're sleeping a lot, that means, like, something's wrong. Like, you really shouldn't be sleeping for that long. And usually it's because, like, there's something, like, internal, whether it's, like, depression or even an injury. Because when you sleep, that's the most primitive time that your body heals.
Yeah.
So if you're sleeping for a long time, that's a sign of something. There's always a sign of something. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got a lot of broken bones, so I toss and turn. My shoulder hurts on my right, then my left, then my neck hurts, my lower back, my hip. It just, then I get these spasms in my leg. It's just neuropathy. It's just,
That is wild.
I just can't sleep.
You ever tried, so there's, what is it called? It's very new, but basically some people, they can't even stand it. It like freaks them out. But they put you in a room and it's like a salt water, like bed, whatever. And it's-
Salt room?
well, the thing is, it's like everything is temp to like your body heat. So like the water, and it's so dense that you're floating, but just buoyant enough. Like they do a whole scientific thing on you.
Yeah, I think I read about that.
Yeah, like zero sound,
Yeah.
0 room temp, 0 everything. Like you're just
Pitch black.
pitch black, and we're so stimulated with all our senses that when they put you in this room, your body's freaking out. I mean, some people can really meditate and relax on it, but majority of people can't stand it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Like imagine you feel like you're floating. Like you don't feel the water temp because it's to the temp to the air, temp to your body heat.
You know what I really like?
What?
Cold plunges.
You like cold plunges?
I like them. I can do them.
Man, even a cold
Yeah.
shower to me is a cold plunge.
You just
Like-
hop in ice water. It has a calming effect for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do that, dude.
Cause like my mind is so scattered, and then you become so cold that you focus on one thing. That's the whole thing, is about just focusing.
A monk once told me this. Think of one thing before you go to bed that, like a color, like let's just say black. Think of just black. And your mind would just think black. But you got to think of a word that's not going to associate to another word. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say sit, well, sit down where? Sit in a chair. You know, your brain would just,
Yeah, sorry.
you got to find a word that just associates to that word.
Really?
And they said that's what the monks use to meditate.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I tried meditating. It's pretty tough. There was this one time I woke up in the morning and it was completely silent. No one was home. The cat was outside, whatever. I'm just sitting in the living room. And it was so silent. I was like, okay, let me just meditate. Let me just try to relax. And I'm not really a heavy breather. So sometimes I can hear myself breathing, but I'm sitting down and my nose wasn't clogged up or anything. I was good in the morning. I'm sitting down and I'm like hearing nothing. And then my mind, like I can feel myself breathing, And then all of a sudden, my ears were like, okay, time to hear myself breathing. I was like, wait, that's this false. And then in my head, I started hearing birds chirping in my head. I'm like, because I know you can tell if it's in your head or if it's outside, you know?
Yeah.
I hear birds chirping in my head. I'm like, this is so crazy. Like, when you're trying to think of nothing, like, even
It's
like
hot.
when you sit there and someone says like pink elephant, you think of a pink elephant, you know? So when I'm sitting there talking to myself, like I'm like, listen, I can hear my conscience talking. I'm like, shut up, you know, like let me just try to hear nothing, and your mind just starts to make something up. You know, it's really crazy.
Yeah, I can relate.
There's this thing called green sound. Have you heard that before?
No, I think so.
Yeah, I've heard of green noise, white noise.
Green noise. That's the one it is.
Oh, green noise. Okay.
So some like I wish we could just play it on here. But this lady, she told me, like, when people go to, there's a specific church and they do that training exercise, and they'll put on green noise, which basically kind of like, it almost like blocks out your thoughts. Like, it's so weird. And so I did that a couple times. I played it just to go to sleep, and it really did help. It was a trip. But they would turn on green noise to like meditate, like to calm the mind, and then they'll pray. You know, and so I thought that was very interesting. So I tried turning on green noise. You can just find it on YouTube. Just put up green noise, and it's just this continuous noise, and it really just kind of like stops your thoughts.
Yeah, they get that at the hospital. They get a couple of stations. Like, all it is different noises, like a stream, just low, nothing loud, just enough you can hear it.
So it like distracts you.
Yes,
almost. Yeah. I one time put on like a rainforest, or I did multiple ones. I did like a rainforest, and I did like beach waves crashing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it's nice and calming. And then every once in a while, like for the beach one, there'll be like a huge wave, like, and it like wakes me up. I'm like, what the heck? Or like the rainforest, like it'll be like just like rain drizzling. It's like, oh, it's nice and calm. And all of a sudden they just throw in like this bird, just you know, just like what the heck, like.
You ever had that feeling like when you're laying down in bed and you start falling?
Yes. And you twitch?
That happened to me this morning.
Really?
Yeah, I was sleeping and all of a sudden I was like, I'm on my bed.
Yeah. You know, falling asleep, like in that time period, like you guys know what, like for hypnosis, the way hypnosis works for some people and the way they test it is like different. But how it quote unquote works is like they put you in a state of like a sleep state, like a dream state, and also like a conscious state, because like when you're dreaming, you don't really can't control most of your dreams. Every once in a while, you realize you're dreaming and you can like kind of, you know, but for the most part, you can't control. You know, so they try to put you in this dream state while
lucid
you're still
dreaming.
awake.
You talking about lucid dreaming?
Well, like hypnosis.
Yeah.
You know, and so like where I'm getting at, like that point of time where like you're falling asleep and you're going into that dream state, like depending on what you're thinking about or like the environment that you're in is very important.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a few times, every once in a while, I would play like some like motivational like videos and stuff as I'm falling asleep. And you can actually like if you played a book, like an audio book while you're going to sleep, like you did not read it and maybe you're like hearing it for the first part, but if you just keep doing that, like subconsciously your mind will pick up on the book.
Yeah, I do that a lot, mainly on Sundays. I put in the Bible or the Book of Mormon, and I just listen to it.
Yeah.
While I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
I just listen to it. And when I go to sleep, I try to listen to it.
You know, speaking of like the Bible and stuff, I have a Bible app, and I don't really use it, to be honest with you guys, but I do use it every day for like the quote of the day, like the Bible verse of the day.
Yeah.
I thought this one was so hard. It was like Isaiah 55:8, and it was like, your thoughts are not my thoughts. Like your ways are not my ways. I was like, that was it. Like that was the quote, that was the verse. And I was like, that's hard. You know what I mean?
That's fun.
No, because like that's what I mean, that's what God is saying, right? He was like, the way you think is not how I'm thinking. And like what you want and like your ways is not my ways. And what, you know? But
the
I
opposite.
interpret that with like everybody. Like even if I want someone to do something or like be a part of something with me, like for like a business, for example, like my business partners, like some of them don't have like that burning desire that I do, like for that, you know? And so when I read that quote, it's like, your thoughts are not my thoughts. Like your ways are not my ways. And it kind of like puts me in a relaxed, like therapeutic state where it's like, okay, I get it now. You know, like most people, they do their own thing. Like you're not going to think the way I think. You're not going to do what I want you to do because you don't do that, you know?
Yeah, I think the weirdest thing happened to me is I seen a psychiatrist once because I was going through some tough time going through a divorce. And she put on the strobe light. She says, just concentrate on that strobe light. And then I don't remember anything for like an hour. She shut it off, and she says, how you feel? I said, I feel relaxed. And I looked at the clock. I said, was I sleeping for an hour? She said, yeah.
She's watching you sleep?
Yeah. Well, she had things
I
on
don't
my
know.
head.
He looks down, his like his pants are down. Like,
She had things on my head, and she was looking at
Whoa.
the brain waves.
Oh, okay.
See if I went into a deep
It
sleep.
was like a sleep study?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would love to do a sleep study, by the way. Throwing it out there. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, so it made me relax. So she says, you know, you don't have to do a strobe light, but just concentrate on something in the room, like a dot on the wall or something. Just concentrate on that, and it'll relax you. So that's what I've been doing.
You know, I there's one thing too, if I'm having like a hard time sleeping, like my eyes just are open, you know, I just blink as fast as I can, as many times as I can for a minute, and then your eyelids get heavy and they get tired. But this one time I was, yeah, exactly. I got out of school one time and I was waiting for my mom, and I kid you not, I just sat there and I started counting sheep in my head, and I was just like thinking about like the sheep passing by. It was like because you see that in like cartoons and stuff. And I was in high
it
school.
doesn't work.
Bro, I counted to like, I think I was like in the 90s or something, like for a long time. I eventually just passed out, dude. Like mom, she walks into the donut shop and she's like, son, come on. I'm like, whoa. Like it was just, you know, because I got bored. You know, I was just counting sheep in my head. I was like,
remember the donut shop across the street? From
yeah. That place is OG.
Yeah, it was Yucktown Donuts or something.
Oh, they changed the name?
I don't remember.
It used to
what
be
it was.
something else. But
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Manny's or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, we got about 2 minutes left. Hey, if you guys have manual clocks, make sure you change the clock back an hour. It is almost 5 o'clock, but here it says it's almost 6 o'clock. So we'll get that fixed up. But I just want to thank everyone for listening to the show.
Yeah.
We will be having some guests here in the future now that we got the station set up, working out the kinks here. Super excited. I got a few of them on standby, so we just wanted to make sure.
And I
we
have
got
some
everything
things
ready.
to report next show because I'll be at the award show.
Yes.
The Inland Empire Award Show is this Saturday.
Bro, I have Saturday off. I can go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, he gave me Saturday off. That was so fun last time.
Yeah,
that was so fun.
Yeah, so we got invited to do it again.
All right, guys.
Yeah. So
Cool.
So we'll report that, and I'll report on the show on the 22nd.
All right, you guys. Well, I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for everyone listening. You are listening to Whatever Works on KCAA 1050 AM at Express 106.5 FM. Stick around for the next hour show, and we'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed.
Broadcasting more local radio programs than any other station in California. We are KCAA.
I'm Gigi Hanna, and I'm excited to be running for District 3 Yucaipa City Council.
As a former elections official and city clerk, Gigi is the best qualified candidate with 30 years experience in municipal government, public policy, and team building.
We can work together for a brighter future.
She'll bring a strong, logical, expert voice to the table